All right, sending greetings to you. As we always do, we believe you have been doing great, you have been fine, and we believe that the training also has been helpful. Of course, we are always open to your review, even as we come towards the end, even as we keep sending you more videos, okay? We are open to your questions and a lot of things that are in this journey. So, in this topic, we want to look at an important thing in the business that is, something you need to give a thought to. You need to be very, very conscious of it because it is what will really tell you how your business is going. And I will give you the topic shortage versus record keeping. You understand? We are first of all going to talk about shortage in the business. Then we'll now come to talk about record keeping. Then we'll now compare it, how they go hand in hand. Now, let's talk about shortage. Now, the most important thing you should know is that as far as gas business is concerned, shortage is inevitable. That is the first truth you should accept. In every level of the business, you must inquire short. You cannot get a particular quantity of gas and you will expect to sell and get that exact. Except maybe you're lucky and maybe gas was overfilled from where you sell, where you bought it and you got an extra supply. You understand? Or by mistake, they overfill for you. Of course, that can happen. But still on that, there must be one or two shortage. So since we are talking about this level, which is a retail level, the standard of the refilling is 50 kg, right? If you are able to buy 50 kg, you cannot get exact 50 kg. You must have like 2 kg short, 1 kg short. In fact, some 3 kg, 4 kg. But the expected or the ideal shortage should be in between 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that is what I would tag. 1, 2, and 3. I think you are good to go. And there are reasons that usually lead to the short. Number one, you're selling, they are lost due to sell. As you are removing all those filler head, those small quantity of gas that is coming out is part of the shortage. Two, it can be that even from where you buy it, there might be short and you don't know. And that is why in the previous section, we told you what to do before going to buy gas, so that you'll be sure that you are done with that first stage. Then it is just concerned with your own selling, that if you have short, you can now say to what actually went wrong. You understand? So that should be able to settle it. So sales, a loss due to sell can be one of the reasons for shortage. And another reason for shortage is that you can over-refill for your customers without knowing, and probably can be maybe the situation when you are selling, you are refilling gas, you are attending to customer about this. It can happen. Are you getting it? But I'm just going there because a time will come, customer will be much on your head and all of that. But as a starter, I think that is a rare case because you might not be attending to a lot of people. You might just be selling one, customer coming gradually before they are expanding. Okay, so normally gas is made of vapor and liquid, so everything cannot come out of that 50 kg from that cylinder. There must be some vapor remaining, which is also part of the gas. So know that and accept that fact that the minimum short 3, 2, 1, you are good to go. Okay, but from that below, I think there is something wrong, even though you can still gain when you do your calculation and see how much you bought your gas. Okay, so this is one of the truths and the reality you need to know about gas business, that shortage is inevitable, and that is the range of what you should get. Now let's talk about record keeping. Record keeping is very, very important in gas business on every level of the business, because that is what will actually tell you where your business is standing, whether you are losing or you are gaining. Because it is expected that on every sale, you should be able to keep your record. That so customer bought this quantity, then at the end of the day or at the end of that sale, you're able to calculate that this is what you are able to realize from that particular gas. You understand? So on every sale, there should be record keeping. so that at the end of the day you really know what happened, whether it was, on credit that the person bought, whether it was, there is a balance of cash is left to give you. A lot of things can happen within, the sale. Credit recovered, this and that, selling of accessories and all of that. So that record keeping, especially on selling of your gas, is very, very important. So make sure that you keep your proper recording, so that at the end of the sale you'll be sure that this is what came out of this gas that I bought. Or else, sincerely speaking, if I can share a little part of my own experience when I started my own retail shop, sincerely, it was not easy because I made one or two mistakes. I was not keeping record. I would just keep, because I was not giving any report to anybody. So I was just selling my thing, keeping the money, but literally I was not understanding what I was doing when I started. And normally I should be able to be keeping the money aside, even if I'm not keeping record. Please understand something here. Even if I'm not keeping record, I should be keeping this money separately. That at the end of the sale, I should know that this is what I gain from that gas. Because sincerely, there are people that don't keep record. There are people that don't keep record. That is just the truth. They are just after the money. If they bought gas at 60,000 naira, for instance, 50 kg, they'll just be waiting to see their total sale. If they're able to get 70,000 at the end of the sale, they will just know that 10,000 was their gain. And they are good to go. So I don't know how you go with yours, but just make sure you know what you are doing. Just make sure you know what you are doing. So as I was saying, I was not keeping proper record. I was just selling my gas. I was having some short I couldn't realize. And funny enough, my family house was somehow close to the plant, to my shop. The time they would collect on credit, I will not keep record. Customers were collecting on credit, I was not taking notice of it. And a lot of things were going wrong. Not until I went through a training with the Nigerian Youth Entrepreneurship. I went through that training, and when I saw the need for record keeping, I need to change. And again, I saw the need that come. I foresee something that come. I'm going to employ somebody to work for me. So I need to start understanding how this business is going. So also you. One day I don't expect you to keep staying in the shop. You need to expand. You need to open other branches, or you might be even doing other business. It is on your record keeping that you know what is happening in your business. Are you getting it? So record keeping is very, very important. So even if you're not keeping record, just know how at the end of the sale, you know what you are doing. Now, if we can compare record keeping and shortage, this is where the problem lies. You can have short based on recording, but on the true sense of it, you are not losing. Why? Because it is possible that your record is not well kept. Maybe you forgot to record some gas sold, but the cash is in your hand. Probably maybe you sold 10 kg that day. Are you getting it? It is recording 8 kg in your book, but there is 2 kg money in your hand, but you never knew. Are you getting it? So things like this can happen. You can literally forget. You cannot be perfect. That is just the truth. But one thing you should be after is what? The cash that's in your hand. Are you getting it? So mind you, you can be having short based on recording, but you are not really having short in the business. Why? Because your money is complete. Are you getting it? So this also is an important notice, so that by the time even you're able to put somebody in the shop, you should be able to know in case there is short based on recording. Then obviously maybe the money is in his hands. As time goes on, we're going to talk about how you can also track this sale. Are you getting it? How you can track your sale in the subsequent section. How you can track your sale even if you are not around. Are you getting it? So please and please, make sure that your record is well kept. It's very, very important in this business, because if you are foreseeing the future, a time will come, you should be able to know that within this week, within a month, I can sell so quantity of gas within so range. Even while maybe you're applying for a loan or something, they can decide to ask you, how often do you sell so quantity of gas? As you progress in the business, you know that you should be able to know that come within a month, I can be able to sell a ton, 500 kg. It is only through record keeping that you can decipher that. So the important and need for record keeping cannot be overemphasized. So do well to be very serious, to be checking your record, to be checking those that own you, because if you're not keeping it, a lot of things can happen in this business. You can be selling and you are losing. Let me tell you the truth. You can be losing, but you sell gas, but you are literally losing. Either one, of course, we come to talk about that. Maybe your salesperson is being dubious or something. But one, you are giving out credit without remembering. Two, some other expenses that you incur without even knowing. Are you getting it? So a lot of things can happen. But as I said in summary, make sure you keep your record well so that you'll be sure of what is happening in your business. Thank you so much. I believe that by the time you are into it practically, of course, other experiences will also surface. And I believe with our guidance and with one or two tips, with what we have shared here, you can be able to scale through. So thank you so much for this section. Even as we continue to progress, continue to enjoy the learning process. Trust me, it's a wonderful business. And we are in together to keep growing and advancing with you. Thank you for this section. God bless you real good.